Hello, everyone. In today's Fireside Chat, we're joined by WEMIX and CertiK to discuss CertiK's full lifecycle security services that have supported WEMIX's journey from a startup to an industry giant. From the perspective of the Layer 1 ecosystem, what do you see as the most pressing security challenge facing Web3 today?
Basically, Layer 1 mainnet is fundamentally secure itself, But as you know, the Layer 1 ecosystem is going bigger and have more complexity. They need complex infrastructures and service components, and there will be onboarded so many dApps on Layer 1. It's the weak point of the in terms of the security. 2018, I has started this business in Korea. At the time, the services and dApps are very simple.
Yes.
Based on the smart contract. But nowadays, the Web3 services and dApps have to compete with traditional finance or gamings. So the complexity is going high. So we already operate so many front-end and back-end legacy system, including the smart contract. The complexity of infrastructure and system means that the possibility of the weak point in terms of the security. So it's the main challenge and problems of the Layer 1 ecosystem, I think. One more thing. And then the large scale of infrastructures and systems means that so many people has to be involved in the systems, developers and service operators, and so on. So many people are involved in the Layer 1 ecosystem. And that means we need a tight and well-made compliance and internal control system. Basically, many of the hackings or accidents from in terms of security caused by the human error. So it's very difficult and very challengeable to the companies and project who is carrying on the blockchain service. Especially WEMADE and WEMIX is a listed company in Korea. Demand for the internal control is so high, and it's sometimes it's hard to work just in time to the market under the tough internal controls. And the development and the advancement of Web3 industry, the more and more people and companies gonna be large, and many people is involved in the service and technology, and it means it can be caused risk and weak point of security.
And next question is for Eric. So, how is CertiK evolving to meet these challenges, especially large-scale, high-visibility projects like WEMIX?
It's a great question. So CertiK started to work with WEMIX in the year 2023. At that point, as also mentioned by Shen, most of the applications in this area, dApps and so on, actually are not that complicated. Right, but when we work with WEMIX, we find out WEMIX has a very ambitious goal and trying to push this new gaming system into and platforms into the decentralized infrastructure, and actually it's pretty complex. I would say, very challenging for us to secure the system, adapt our tools and the techniques for WEMIX. But I would say, with the help of WEMIX and hard working on both sides, I think we made it happen, right? So in the past 2 years, we have done more than 120 security audits for WEMIX. And also I would say not only the smart contract of security, right? So we also help build the explorer for WEMIX chains, actually several layer 1 blockchains, right? And including also the testnet and so on. And also we work together with WEMIX to build AML and compliance products, right? So basically to monitor all the transactions on the WEMIX chain. I would say this is pretty challenging but also very important. So right now, even for some very big layer 1 chains are still not equipped with this kind of like AML solution and so on, right? The vision of WEMIX very advanced, right? We built this, I would say also start from the last year, right? 2024, right? We start build this AML solution for WEMIX and so on. And in November, we're gonna kind of push it to the second version of it, and we hopefully can help WEMIX to not only secure the code itself, but also improve the on-chain compliance and also the operation, try to mitigate the operational risk, all this kind of stuff to build, to make WEMIX a safer and more compliant framework.
What were some of the key security-related decisions WEMIX had to make during its WEMIX 3.0 journey, from launch to ecosystem growth and governance?
It's such a long story. From the starting point, the first challenge of our work and systems was internal control, because the mother company of WEMIX is WEMADE, Korean listed company. So Korean listed companies' duty is annual audit from the major accounting firms like KPMG and PwC and EY. 2019 and 2020, the accounting firms don't know about blockchain. Yeah. It's very hard to explain our technology to them and persuade them. So they didn't know well about blockchain, and it's very important process. Listed company maintain the listing status. It's a mandatory. So the auditors want to just remove all of the risks. So they require us that too strict compliance and work process and securities. So it was really challenging. So all of our members, include the developers, always complain that why we do this complex work process and it's too slow and there's too much hurdles to work together. But anyway, we have to meet the standard from the auditors. And we always trying to find the sweet spots of the balance between work speed and security. In terms of the service, the most challenging issues is the breach. As you know, it's very different from the finance. The Web3 game services requires tremendous transactions to operate the games and the other services. So WEMIX infrastructure was designed based on the multi-chain structure from the starting. So we have to running bridge, and there is no other third parties can supply the bridges for us because we are so small project at the time. My colleague, the head of technology, said to me that he didn't sleep well because of the worry about the bridge, because bridge is the weakest point of the blockchain infrastructures. The third point is a very unique and interesting story of the Web3 gaming project and company. As you know, we have to fight with the bots and macros.
Yes.
Through the Web3 game.
Yeah, also AI bots.
There's so many cherry pickers. They targeting the airdrops or to make on the tokens. Yeah. There's a huge scale of bots and macros. It's an invasion. You know that Star Wars, there was Imperial military, the same clones of us soldiers. We have banned more than 100K account just one day. It's really tough missions to us, and always game users complained about that. There is so many bots, so we hard to play well. It's a big challenge. I believe that this is aligned with security. Too much bots and macros are ruin our systems and destroy our infrastructures, and it caused the crisis in terms of the security to our system.
With WEMIX navigating regulatory requirements under a listed company, how has CertiK enhanced its security support to meet the platform's evolving needs?
It's definitely a challenging question. Right now, AI bot is a headache to WEMIX and also actually to the entire industry. Right now, there are so many bots and try to get airdrops, right? Try to get some incentivized from the games and so on. And it not only can generate lots of transactions, but can destroy the system, right? And the experience of other users. And we did a study last year, very interesting thing, is that, right now on the, not WEMIX, on Ethereum blockchain, so we find that actually the tokens or smart contracts created, more than half of them actually created by bots. And the purpose is there are some scam purpose and so on. And then very interesting thing is, there are so many tokens, right, created by bots and scammers, right? And usually the life cycle of this is just several hours. Because previously, when some scammer try to create a project, it usually took several months because they need to attract users, right, to participate and then purchase token and so on. But why, starting from last year, the life cycle becomes much shorter because actually they try to scam AI bots, other AI bots. Kind of like you can see the scammers use AI, right, to create these tokens and then try to scam other AI bots. And a very interesting thing is a war between AIs, right? Well, this is for Ethereum blockchain, and for WEMIX, I would say not only need to face this kind of challenges, but also need to deal with AI bots try to enter the games. The most challenging part is how to distinguish a regular user and the bot user. Is quite difficult, especially right? Previously I think there are some so-called pattern, right? We can use some pattern to find this AI bots, but now due to the development of AI technology and so on, right? Right now, this AI bots can behave very much like a human being, right? And then how to distinguish them, right? It's not a pure security issue, right? It's when you see a text, right? How to tell that whether it's generated by human beings or written by human beings or generated by AI, right? It's a similar task, very, very challenging. And when we work with WEMIX, what we can do is we try to analyze all the on-chain transactions, right? Again, this is very challenging because as you mentioned, right, WEMIX, in order to support games and so on, the transaction per second actually is pretty high, right? And the transaction volumes are also very high. And we're also seeing the new development of testnet and so on. It seems like the performance can be even higher, right? And so this is bringing new challenges, and we need to analyze all these transactions, try to analyze the behavior. And also, one thing we can do is, right now what we have with WEMIX is we try to track the funds of these users and so on, right? Because one good thing is for these AI bots, usually, let's say there's a user, right, try to kind of like start, let's say, thousands of bots. Well, they need to give money, right, to these AI bots, and then we can track the funds source and get some patterns and label the AI bots and so on. So there are some good things about a blockchain, right? Because you need to pay the gas fee, right? We can track where the gas fee came from, right? So it's definitely there are more techniques we have, and but I would say is this WEMIX 3.0, this also this new vision, indeed bringing challenges that we haven't seen in, let's say, other blockchains and so on. And we are happy to accept all these challenges and work together with WEMADE to address them.
Security is not just about proactively responding to emerging scams. How quickly you respond is equally important. In this regard, WEMIX has chosen to establish a long-term partnership with CertiK rather than conducting one-off security audits for individual products. Could you share the reasoning behind this choice?
First, CertiK is most valuable and precious partners to WEMIX. Historically, our first auditor of WEMIX system was a CertiK. Maybe you didn't report it about that, but we contact CertiK in 2019, and our Genesis block and token contract audited by CertiK.
Wow.
Yeah. After that, the partnership between CertiK and WEMIX is gonna be strengthened. And as I mentioned, WEMIX ecosystem and our infrastructure is very complicated and have a high level of complexity. We already deployed more than hundreds of smart contracts by ourselves. It's really hard to get a proper and good audit from the auditor because the system is complex and the numbers of contracts is so high. So we need a partner who understands our systems and context, so we can believe the auditors as a partner, and we can deploy our smart contracts safely, and we can run our various infrastructures safely. So it's really important partnership with CertiK. CertiK always supports WEMIX systems and smart contract audits, and the other side, CertiK always support us sincerely, and I believe that you do the best to help us. Yeah. So if WEMIX is just a startup or anonymous team, maybe we don't need support from CertiK, but we really need help from CertiK. But CertiK is a top-level security company on blockchain industry. I think it's the price of it is a bit high. I'm just kidding. It's a very important partnership, and we're trying to expand our partnership to the other business domain with CertiK.
Could you provide more details on full lifecycle security? Additionally, could you explain what the WEMIX case means for CertiK's full lifecycle security approach?
As you mentioned, so we start to work with WEMIX and try to secure the system from the Genesis block, right? And then I was started with the smart contract auditing and layer one blockchain auditing, and then expand this partnership, right, into what we call the full lifecycle security partnership. And we basically work with WEMIX. You can see that we first of all starting from the development stage, right? We do code auditing, and actually, we are also developing our AI-based pre-audit scan. We hope that during the development cycle, we can have a more immediate or more fast response and security scan, right, for WEMIX developers, right? And then for major updates, we'll do this auditing and so on. And then after the deployment, right, we will provide our monitoring system, right, to kind of like monitor all the transactions, right, not only for cybersecurity purpose, but also for compliance purpose, and generate this, I would say, dashboard and regular reports to the WEMIX team. And also, CertiK is also running one of the validator, right, for WEMIX. Right. Trying to making sure that the network itself, right, is secure and performance, all this kind of stuff. And then we work together on the Explorer thing that for retail users, right, they can also check all the transaction status, right, the network status through this Explorer and so on. Of course, we also have our instance response team, right? It runs 24/7, and if any, I would say, abnormal things happen, right, we hope that we can respond immediately at any time, right, and work with the WEMIX team. And so for this, I want to echo a little bit about the price thing.
Just kidding.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, because the thing is, we are a U.S. company, and it's also a headache for myself. That's the engineers in U.S. New York cities. I would say the cost is indeed very, very high, and we want to provide this 24/7 support. So it's indeed very challenging because there's also time difference and so on. So that is why we set up the Korean subsidiary company. I would say because they are very important partners for CertiK. Mostly, I would say, WEMIX, right, for CertiK. We want to localize our support team. It also will make our life much easier, and we can provide a local time zone and localized engineering support, incident support, and technical support, and so on. So definitely we will need a lot of help from WEMIX to help us set up this subsidiary company in Korea and the team here. Yeah.
With new regulations emerging in the US and Korea, how do you see the role of security evolving for major blockchain players?
I believe that security is not an option. I think it's inevitable and mandatory duties to major players on blockchain industries. When I started the blockchain project in 2018, so many people told that we have to achieve the mass adoption. And I feel after 6 and 7 years later, at this time, I feel that we are more closely to the mass adoption. Yeah, you as you mentioned, it's the example is the Genius Act, and BlackRock is much interested in the on-chain assets, and even Robinhood are trying to tokenize the assets or funds. Yeah. More and more blockchain technologies and projects and companies are adapted to the public and the mass market. It's very important to secure the trust and faith from the public. Yeah. And now in Korea, we are watching several security accident hackings so Korean large companies and conglomerates are faced the security problems is very serious. So we are trying to secure the trust. We will do our best to build the safe systems and infrastructures. And that is the key point to make a success as a kind of the public service or huge service like traditional Web 2 services. Yeah, it's very important. Yeah, as I mentioned before, project has more complexity, and the more and more people are involved in this technology and service, and so it's very challenging to the project and companies related to the blockchain. So we have to prove that we are safe in any way. We are trying to secure more high level of security and to secure the public trust. Yeah.
From your perspective, how does the client-first approach shape your roadmap and strategy for evolving Web3 security?
We changed our slogan actually last year. Oh, really? Yeah, our previous slogan is called "Secure the Web3 World." Now we change our slogan to "Elevate your Web3 Journey." Previously, it's "Secure the Web3 World." We have a long debate with our company saying, well, actually our client is not in our slogan, right? we only secure kind of like the Web3 world, right? So now we change it to elevate your Web3 journey. This your, right, refers to our client. And then how this reshape our services is we will try to develop and involve our technology to help and support our clients. And so it means that when our clients have different demands or they have some new mission, right, and so on, we also gonna adapt our technology, right, to support our clients. For example, like WEMIX, right? WEMIX this year started to initiate this KRW project, right? I would say very ambitious, and it has a very huge potential, right? This project, and everyone now is talking about the stablecoin, but actually making it happen is really challenging. Right. For example, I'm teaching at Columbia University, right? I'm teaching Web3 courses this semester, and there's one lecture related to stablecoin. And my first question is, well, is stablecoin price indeed stable? Right? Most students say, yeah, of course, right? You can say USDT, USDC, they are always, $1, and there are lots of compliance requirements and so on. Definitely it's $1, but actually it's not the case, because in the past few years, there are more than 20 big instances, right, leads to DPEG of stable coins, including USDT and USDC. There are lots of risks there, not only smart contract risk, but also Oracle risk, bridge risk, and also operational risk, and so on. Many of our clients, including WEMIX, I would say especially for big corporate clients, right? Many of them, they now kind of like want to expand the business to the stablecoin business, and so on. And we also trying to shift our technology, our products, right, to support these kind of like initiatives and so on. So I would say that this can be a good example, right?
With security becoming increasingly important, what initiatives does WEMIX have planned, and how will CertiK support them?
Basically, our top priority is Web3 gaming, because mother company WEMADE is a game company and has more than 20 years histories. And in this building and the next building, we have more than 1,500 developers in Korea, and that means we have strong pipeline to manufacturing AAA Web3 games, including Web2 games. It's our strength and advantage compared to the other Web3 projects globally. So we still trying to expand our business and make another success in the Web3 gaming field. And last quarter of this year, we will launch our new AAA MMORPG game called Legend of Ymir. So we are now under the pre-registration stage. As you know, most of the Web3 gaming projects are facing the tough challenges. We are trying to secure the sustainability. It's very important to WEMIX and to WEMADE as a listed company. So I said to the holders of WEMIX in AMA, if there will be a project can be survived until the end of this game and this competition, one of it is definitely WEMIX. It's our stance and our faith. We are trying to, we already announced about this, and we are trying to pass through this hard stage of Web3 gaming. We expand our platform to the Web2 game. Basically, Web2 game has more traffics and more portfolios of games. So we expand our platform to the Web2 games, and the platform support the Web2 game and Web3 games, and then we can get the large numbers of the users, and finally the users of the Web2 games naturally experience the Web3 games or crypto payment like WEMIX Pay. We are already running a crypto payment system called WEMIX Pay. So we will survive and expand our business to the Web2 games, and we want to expand the user experience to the Web2 gamers. Yeah, and then as Professor Gu mentioned, another strategic goal is KRW, Korean stablecoin. Yeah, as a first generation of blockchain company in Korea, I and our team have a pride and a kind of responsibility to the Korean blockchain industry and the people who are involved in blockchain. So last week, we already held a showcase of the Korean stablecoin, and we implemented a whole cycle of stablecoins infrastructures from the starting to the end, issuing systems and management systems and the circulating systems. CertiK have supported really much about the stablecoin project, and the blockchain explorer was supported, developed by the CertiK. So we really want to and hope that we can contribute the Korean stablecoin ecosystems in the stablecoin journey. I believe that CertiK will be the most faithful and strongest partners in terms of technology, and totally be the most valuable partners. Yeah, already CertiK provide the Explorer for the stablecoin dedicated mainnet. We announced the stablecoin dedicated mainnet in Korea, first in Korea. Yeah, it's the first stablecoin mainnet, like the stables from the Tether or ARC from the Circle, and from the security and the Block Explorer and the AML solutions. CertiK are supporting us very sincerely and very aggressively. Yeah. So we really want to expand our partnership in the future.
With WEMIX's upcoming projects and KRW stablecoin, what will your collaboration with WEMIX look like? And how does it reflect CertiK's long-term vision for Web3 security?
I will start with stablecoin projects, the KRW projects of WEMIX. So actually CertiK has been working with many stablecoin issuers before, mostly US dollar backed stablecoin like Tether. Right? We work with USDT started from many years ago, and we also work together with Paxos, right, who is also our client who got a stablecoin license in Singapore. And we also work with Ripple, right, who got a stablecoin license from New York State, and also PayPal USD, right. These are kind of like all our clients, and we have many years of experience of helping this, US dollar-backed stablecoin business, right? How to help secure their system, their smart contracts, and so on. And actually, during the previous procedure, we not only, I would say, work on the cybersecurity side, but actually we deeply involved in the design of the stablecoin, and then later the development of the system, try to read all the compliance policy, understand the requirements, and we even release a new services using our formal verification technology, basically trying to model the requirements of Genius Act and mathematically prove that, well, actually your smart contracts satisfy the requirements of Genius Act. We hope that this can make the compliance procedure much easier, right? Like rather than you provide so many kind of like documentations to demonstrate that, well, you indeed compliant with the requirement, but also actually we prove it, we verify it, right? That's something we push really hard. I also personally serve on the Hong Kong Web3 task force, and then also I serve on the advisory board for MAS, right? Monetary Authority of Singapore. That's why kind of like both myself and our team are also deeply involved in the design, the drafting stage, and then also the debating stage of many of the stablecoin related policies. So we believe with this kind of like experience, knowledge, we can help WEMIX, right, to launch this KRW project, help expand this project to the global market, right? Not only in Korea, but also let's say in Singapore, in Hong Kong, right, in US, and so on. And well, that's our goal, right? We hope we can help WEMIX achieve this. I would say for this stablecoin projects, we can offer lots of help, and not only, as I mentioned, on the cybersecurity part, but also compliance part, and then also the go-to-market strategy part. Yeah.
As we wrap up, is there any final message you'd like to share with our audience?
I would like to say one message to our confidence and commitment to the blockchain business and industry. As I told you, if there will be just 10 projects can be survived end of this game, end of this competition, one of the projects definitely will be WEMIX. We are not a startup, or we are not an anonymous team, and as you know, we have a solid mother company, WEMADE, and WEMADE has a strong revenue streams, so we can survive. End of this game, end of this competition, and we really enthusiastic to the Web3 business. Actually, yeah, there are some people who blame WEMIX in Korea community. Yeah, but I believe that most of the Korean crypto investors or people who are interested in the blockchain know that WEMIX is really enthusiastic to this business, this industry. We didn't give up, and we don't give up. We will not give up. There was many accidents and hard times to WEMIX project, but anyway, we has overcome the crisis and problems, and now we are in this stage, and we will do our best to make a success in blockchain industry, not only in Korea but globally. Yeah, I think it's our mission. Yeah, and the CEO of WEMADE, Mr. Park, the founder of WEMADE, still believe that and have confidence that blockchain is our future, and blockchain can innovate our business. So please give attention to WEMIX project, and please watching our project and our advancement in the future. Yeah, thank you.
Sure, I want to echo your message. So, starting from our first collaboration in the year of 2019, right? Mm-hmm. So far, we have helped audit more than 120 audits, right, for WEMIX and a smart contract building on top of WEMIX. And why this data is important? Because, well, actually, our audit price is pretty high. Even for many famous projects, right? When they work with us, they only audit part of their their smart contract or big updates, right? Because the price is high and they want to get our endorsements, right? And so on. But it's very rare, I would say, for a project in the past several years, right? Can audit every single smart contract, every single updates for the network. It means, I would say, it's a loss of investment. It shows that I would say the WEMADE team not only I would say treat security as very important thing, but also it means that they indeed treat the entire this blockchain effort initiative treated as I would say something they determined to do, right? Definitely have strong belief in this business, in the future of this technology. Otherwise, they can't invest so much, right, in it. And another thing I want to share, we just shared during our launch, right, is I would say WEMADE has a very strong community, right? We have our Skynet rating platform, and WEMADE got a AAA rating on it. It's very rare, only few projects got a AAA rating on it. And actually, on our website, there is also a vote button and a comment that can be pressed by kind of retail user and so on. Right now, so far, I just checked it. So WEMADE has received more than 460,000 comments and votes on our platform. And also, I would say, if I remember correctly, it's the largest number on our platform. And also, kind of like 6 days ago, our official Twitter account, X account, we post a success story of WEMADE, and it quickly received more than 500,000 views on our tweets, and without ads promotion, right? And it's kind of like at least tripled our other tweets and so on. So it means that, well, I would say the WEMADE community is very united and very strong. Yeah, so we believe with all this investments, all the strong belief of the team and the strong community, we definitely believe WEMADE's gonna survive until the end of this game, until the end of this competition. Yeah.
Great. Thank you for your time and insightful conversation today. Let's end this fireside chat with this.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.